Michael Cole described it best when he called Penta's debut as,
"It was the worst-kept secret in the business!"
Today, we'll know more about who Penta is and his accomplishments outside of WWE. Penta is a first-generation pro wrestler, and not much is known about his personal life. And even his real name is unknown. The only family member we know is his brother, Rey Fénix. Penta started his wrestling career in Mexico in 2004 under the ring name Zayas. It was in 2010 when he got his first break in wrestling, as Penta got the opportunity to work for AAA, one of the biggest wrestling promotions in Mexico. In AAA, he was initially given the ring name Dark Dragon, and it was in December 2012 when AAA dropped the ring name and reintroduced him as Pentagon Jr. During his time in AAA, Penta would go on to become a 3-time tag team champion and a 1-time Latin American champion. Penta left in January 2017 as he felt he was restricted and held back by the company. While wrestling for AAA, Penta simultaneously made appearances on American TV from 2014 to 2018, where he was one of the top stars of the wrestling show Lucha Underground on the El Rey network. In Lucha Underground, Penta is a 2-time world champion, and he had fantastic matches against Rey Mysterio, Ricochet, who was known as Prince Puma, and even Chelsea Green and Io Sky. At WrestleCon 2018, Penta would become TNA World Champion by defeating his brother Rey Fénix and Austin Aries. Penta would remain with TNA and would go on to win the tag titles along with Rey Fénix and be with the company until January 2019, where he and Fénix would drop the tag titles to LAX. It was also during his time with TNA, Penta wrestled at the biggest independent wrestling show called All In. On September 1st, 2018, the biggest independent wrestling show aired on pay-per-view, and the event was produced by the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks. Penta was part of the historic show, and he would go on to face Kenny Omega in a dream match. However, Penta did not get the win against the Best Bout Machine, but did impress a lot of people, and after he left TNA, he would join All Elite Wrestling in May 2019. Penta debuted in AEW as a team along with his brother Rey Fénix, and they were called the Lucha Brothers. And their first bout was at AEW's inaugural show, Double or Nothing. Their first match was against the Young Bucks in the co-main event for the AAA tag titles, as the Lucha Brothers were the champions going into the match. The duo would end up losing the championships to the Young Bucks. The Lucha Brothers would be part of every pay-per-view event AEW hosted until the start of their weekly TV show Wednesday Night Dynamite in October 2019. The Lucha Brothers would go on to win the AEW tag titles at the 2021 edition of All Out by defeating the Bucks in a steel cage match. The duo would also go on to win the Trios titles along with Pac in September 2022 and were collectively known as Death Triangle. Penta would have his last match in the company on an episode of Rampage in July 2024. Penta's AEW contract ended in November 2024, but his brother Rey Fénix is still with the company as he had injury time added to his contract. However, Rey is expected to join WWE once his contract ends. Penta made his much-awaited debut after weeks of vignettes teasing his appearance, and he finally arrived on the second episode of Raw on Netflix. He had a great showing in his first match against Chad Gable. Now that Penta is in WWE, what does the future look like? Rey Mysterio was once asked in an interview with the Fuse YouTube channel in 2016 who he thought were the best wrestlers to look out for. Rey listed Ricochet and the Lucha Brothers as the top wrestlers that will be making huge moves within the industry. So I guess only time will tell.